Alright guys, we are out here at the Sea Pro and I wanted to take a minute and show you how my transducers are installed. This is not for a normal average installation. I kind of ask a bit more for my transducers. So they're kind of installed aggressively. Right out of the bat you can see I am very low in the water. Really too low for what most transducers are designed for. But I want to mark fish at 30 plus miles an hour, so I don't mind throwing up a rooster tail and possibly hitting stuff in the water that will kick my transducer up. You can see this is a 3D structure scan transducer. It is mounted very low, so even at full speed the entire transducer is in the water. I'll start with the transducer almost level, because when the boat comes up on plane, it'll lower the transducer. I always want to make sure the following edge here is the lowest part of the transducer. This increases pressure across the face of the transducer, squeezes out any air bubbles. You can see on the transom where it's mounted, it's very low. Anywhere from the first lifting strake down is where I like to put them. Now a transducer this size can cause cavitation in your motor. Believe it or not, it'll push enough water down that your motor will get some air. So you can see I had it installed here, very low. My motor was cavitating a little bit, so I moved it out. See, it's level, and if I'm not getting the results I want, so I simply push the following edge down a touch. But usually level that low into the water is plenty enough, because like I said, on plane it lifts and it lowers this following edge. Now this here is a TM150. It's an inexpensive chirp transducer. Again, very low, not quite as low as the one here with the stainless steel mount bracket. This is a plastic kick up. You can see it is, the entire transducer is below the bottom of the hull. I don't know if you can tell if I do that or not. But one thing you're going to notice right off the bat is the angle. It's a very low angle on this transducer. This one here tends to do better with the big wedge installed. So the following edge is very low. I don't get half arches. If you start this low and your arches are in half, your fish arches, then go with the smaller wedge. And if you're still getting half wedges, go with no wedge. Okay, let's move over here to the starboard side. This here is a 275 low high chirp, wide. And this one here, you know, took a little more thinking because it's such a large transducer. I couldn't fit it down here where I'd like to. So it is way off to the side here, and it's really close to this reverse chine. This is here for stability. I normally wouldn't put a transducer here, but with these bay boats I've had very good luck mounting them on the inside of the lifting strake here, and this transducer here actually does very well here. Again, the entire transducer is below the boat, not just halfway back, you know. And again, I know it's too low. A lot of people can look at this and say, you're crazy going that low. They're not designed that way. They're not supposed to plow. They're supposed to skim. But again, I'm asking a little bit more out of my transducers. So you can see it's completely below the hull here. There is no wedge in here. This transducer comes with two, but you can see the following edge already is low enough without a wedge. So start with this. And you know, if you're getting air or you're not marking the fish you want to see, you can lower it a touch. You can, you know, relocate it if you can move it closer to the keel here. That's always a good bet. Of course, I have no room here, but I want to mark fish at 30 miles an hour. So this does throw up a rooster tail. I mean, this rooster tail will come kicking up here, and you can see it behind me. It doesn't bother me. My boat is a tool. These transducers are tools, and I'm trying to catch fish with my tools, you know. All right, well that's it. I just want to take a minute and show you how I have my transducers installed. Again, very low, I know that, but we are fishing aggressively. We are running, we're using our electronics, and we're using our outboard to find these open water fish. And because of that, we need an aggressive installation. You're going to get a rooster tail. Like I said, the only downside is a rooster tail and you possibly hit debris, but these have kick up brackets. You know, it can come up if it hits something. If you feel uncomfortable going this low, don't do it. You could actually mount it level, because when the boat comes up, like I said earlier, it'll drop this down. So I'll go low, keep it level. If I'm getting air, if I'm not marking fish, I don't want to just track bottom, I want to see fish. If I'm not seeing my fish, I'll go ahead and lower the following edge down a touch, and that'll usually do it. If you lower it too far down, like see the angle here, and you're getting half arches, your fish arches only look like they're in half, then go ahead and raise it up a little bit. But that's it. Just want to take a second and show you how I do my installations. I know a lot of people can look at this and say, that's crazy, I would never do that, you're a lunatic. But they work for me, so I've always done it. And you know, just wanted to share that with you guys. Stay safe on the water. Leave a few for me. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. You guys are the best.